Hey, how do you guys feel about talking shit? Because you see what we were just doing, how we were just talking shit?
Yeah, let's, I'm into it. Like, let's...
You know what I mean?
Truth about shooting the shit or talking shit?
Talking.
The truth about talking shit. Yo, because talking shit is one of my favorite things on the planet. That's why I love podcasts.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. All right,
That's why I love drinking at the bar.
Yeah.
You know? You know how you know you're talking shit, too? Before we start, you know you're talking shit? When you're around a bunch of people and you lean into a motherfucker to tell him something.
Truth serum.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Truth Serum Podcast. We got Ryan and Corey.
Corey and Ryan.
And today, we are remote like a motherfucking control. Anyway, we are far away from each other. We're not in the same place.
Yes, we are.
This is COVID. This is serious. People are dying of death. Real bad.
People?
Like, I'm talking about fucking, like, people are getting hooked up to machines that help them breathe, you know.
Yeah.
That's scary stuff.
That's real scary
So
stuff.
we're in our houses. I'm in my house, and he's in his house. Because if I breathe on him, I run the risk of getting him sick. And then who's going to help me do this show?
A machine.
Well, definitely not me.
Well, today, you guys might recognize a voice that's unfamiliar. All you listeners out there, you truthers out there.
Truthies.
And it's our good friend, Darryl B. He's a comedian. He's very talented, very funny. And he's also just an all-around sweet dude, man. He's, one of those people that they show up and you go, oh, shit, man, Darryl's here.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You're ruining my reputation telling people I'm sweet.
That's one of those things. Now they're going to start inviting you to places, and then you got to get that fucking obligation anxiety. I hate that shit.
Yo, I'm not trying to like talk to regular people, man. Don't let people think that I'm like a nice person to have at the party. I don't want that.
Yeah, don't just come start shooting at shit with him.
Gotta protect that reputation, buddy.
Would you prefer that, Darryl? Also, introduce yourself. Are you where did you come from and you moved to New York? Why'd you move to New York?
And who's your daddy and what does he do?
To the city.
Well, to start off, my daddy is actually an accountant who still
nice.
lives on Long Island. I grew up personally on Long Island. I was born in Chicago, but we moved to Long Island when there was a better job opportunity for my dad. Let me change my mic volume. And basically, I left Long Island because I realized as a black man with ambition outside of being a contractor, there is no opportunity for me on Long Island. That's just how it goes. If you don't fit their certain view of what a person should or shouldn't be that looks like us, then they don't want you there. So I fucking left.
Is it like Survivor? Like, we're gonna vote you off the island. You don't suit your...
That would be nicer.
Yeah.
That would be nicer.
That'd be quicker and to the point. It took me like years to figure it out. Like, oh,
Yeah,
They don't
because it's
want me here.
insidious.
or they're pretending they want me here so that they can use me. So I'm gonna just fucking leave. How about that?
Hell yeah.
Now I'm here.
Yeah,
and I
leave
met
before they make you leave.
that too. Yeah.
That's like leaving before you get kicked out. You know when you know you're about to get kicked out and you're like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. So you make it look like it was your choice.
I saw the writing on the wall with Trump. I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck out.
Some people didn't. Some people didn't see the writing on the wall. And some people still can't for some reason, which I think is fucking crazy.
Hey man, my dad is still there. It's like he told me, he's like, yeah, when I drive around, I make sure I have a Make America Great Again hat in the back window of my car, so I don't get pulled over. And I'm like,
Wow.
all right, that makes sense. I get that. He's like, I'm not voting for Trump, but that's for my safety out here.
That's so sad in a way. In a big
sorry.
way.
I didn't mean to get all sad.
Larry,
No, we get sad sometimes.
Yeah, Larry David had a bit like on Curb Your Enthusiasm where like he wears a Make America Great hat just to get free shit. It's fucking hilarious, but also like it just sucks. You have to fucking do that, like, and you just gotta watch your back and just gotta play. You gotta play the crowd here.
Right.
Make sure everything's good. Yeah.
That's
I'm
pretty much
serious.
what my dad's doing. Also, I've seen that episode. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
I've never seen that episode.
You haven't seen that episode?
Things from the newest season.
Yeah, fucking, I love that shit.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. Sorry, Ryan. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. But yeah, Daryl, you're like, I think it's interesting. You're a comedian, right? And you, so like times like this, like we're in like COVID times, and like, do you feel like you're, are you able to practice, or do you feel like, all right, I need to stay dormant for a while, like just stay chill, just keep writing jokes, or do you feel like I need to get out there and get my art or my spoken words?
I'm still working on jokes, but as a black man, I know the listeners probably can't tell by my voice, but yes, I am a black man. It's hard to like I want to write funny things, and it's harder to do it when there's so many serious things pertaining to you specifically going on. So it's like I'm trying to write funny things, but it's everything that I write is going to link to the seriousness that's going on. So I'm still able to do it, like still make fun of the serious things happening, but at the same time, I can't ignore the subject, and that's kind of the balance that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's... Sorry, Ryan.
No, I was just commentating. It's like, yeah, it's hard, and like how you have to like have this material and be like, all right, I want to write about different things, but like you gotta talk about it now. This is what's popping. This is the subject, you know.
I think even more so, it's difficult for us as, you know, we're supposed to be people that make you laugh. We're supposed to be people that say things like shit that if you sat at the dinner table at Thanksgiving, everybody would look at you like you were an asshole, but everybody in this room here is going to think it's fucking hilarious. Like, we're supposed to be bringing that kind of heat, you know? And it's hard when you have a platform and you want to talk about things that are supposed to be light and funny, especially in this climate. It's like, well, this is not what my content is about, but I also cannot ignore this. Like, I can't just act like this shit isn't happening. I have to address it. I could still do my content, but then also you kind of fall into it gets into like a slippery slope of like, is this just all I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like everybody else? You know?
I will say, like, my Instagram has definitely changed now, because, like, my Instagram is basically my comedy Instagram, but like over the past few months, all I've been posting is serious shit because that's all I've been thinking about. I want to post funny things, but I feel like there's a responsibility that I have to try and get as much of the truth and as much of the message and make sure the momentum is continued for everything that's happening right now. I want to say some funny shit.
I mean,
I got funny shit to say, but I don't know when the time is right.
I think you should just say it. I think, you know what the thing is? I think, Daryl, and both of you guys, like, fucking, another thing with social media is I feel like it creates pressure for people. There's, like, if you look and you notice this shit, none of us are white guys.
Nope.
For the audience, in case they don't know, and we've been doing this shit for 4 fucking years, none of us are white dudes. And I notice a lot of my friends that are white are the main ones posting the if you stay silent then you don't give a fuck kind of shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's really weird, this like weird guilt trip these people are sending each other on too about like, yo, you know I care. I do stuff on the low that people don't even know I do. If you look at my Instagram right now, I'm promoting funny shit. I'm doing funny shit. Yo, and then I go and I do like community service type shit on the side that I don't share with people. Because I don't need people to go, oh, man, that's great. I don't give a fuck about that. But so many people do.
You don't want a participation award. You don't give a... Like, you give a fuck, but you don't, like, give a fuck. But, like, I need to feel rewarded for something. You're like, I'm going to do it in low key. This is how I do things.
Yeah.
I respect
I
that.
donate shit, and I don't screenshot the donation and put it on my Instagram. Because that's none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what people are doing.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it for clout instead of actually trying to help people, which is what I hate about everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like, yo, like, I wish, yo, sometimes, like, some days go by and I'll, like, have, like, a whole story go by of a bunch of funny, random shit.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll be like, yo, I wish a motherfucker would try to come at me. Nobody's going to come at me. I know they're not, but I wish they fucking would. I really do. Especially, you get in those combative moods. And you're like, yo, I'm ready right now. I got the fucking heat loaded up. I'm the worst person to argue with, too, because I'm willing to go so fucking low below the belt that I have two objectives when I'm in an argument with somebody like that. I want them to either fucking cry or I want them to want to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Which
is kind of fucking really childish, actually, on my part.
Hey, this is one of the things I've been telling people. When I talk to like my more liberal friends, usually white friends, but sometimes also black friends, it's like, hey, listen, when you meet someone who's expressing certain views that you vehemently disagree with, don't just get mad at them and name call them and chastise them. Have a conversation with them. Educate them about the information that they're missing, why they're wrong, the perspectives they're not seeing, so you can actually change their mind. It's hard as black men to do that with, like, if you're actually looking at things that's going on, it's hard to not talk about it without some form of rage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, in order to make a real difference, we have to be willing to have those tough conversations. And I'm trying to educate as many people as possible to, like, hey, take that time to do that and actually change the person's mind instead of putting them into a position of, oh, I'm not accepted by these people, so I'm just going to think this way about things. Sorry, my cat just came into my room. I got it.
Yeah, those cats, man. Those cats will really jump in, man.
Yep.
Yeah, no, totally. It's not easy to have a fucking conversation with somebody who's saying something you disagree with, and it's an art form to be able to just have a discussion, not turn into a blowout argument.
Yeah. Like, you just gotta have that, like, you gotta be patient. As annoying as it is, like, I agree with all that.
I think the older you get, you got to really be able to just, like, understand that not everybody is going to feel the way you feel, and that's cool. Like, that's fine. I don't need to change your mind.
Yeah,
I don't. And that's cool, and that leads me to today's topic.
I was trying to find out how you're going to tie this in. I was trying to figure out.
It's too hard. I just, I really wanted to talk about, what the thing is, right? So we recently helped our friend move, right? Darryl was there. Spent the whole day together. We were drinking and chilling and having a good old time. Now, moving sucks.
Hey, where were you?
Nobody ever... Huh? You ever...
I'm like, I was low-key. Like, I was kind of like low-key helping and, like, just with positive vibes in my house.
He was there before you got there. He moved all the big stuff. With the big muscles.
No, that was me. Because I remember.
No, so we helped him move, and a bunch of the bros got together, and we were in there just fucking talking shit. And one of our good friends, Grayson of the Grayson and Mason podcast, check them out. By the way, it's actually very good. Grayson said to me, "Yo, I needed this to be around male energy," and we were just talking shit, and I was just like, "Yo, don't you love talking shit?" I love talking shit. Talking shit is one of my favorite things to do. Talking shit is the reason why I'll sit at the bar with you guys until fucking 3 a.m. Talking shit is like, I talk shit while I'm watching movies. I just be talking shit about the movie the whole fucking time. like I had the fucking talent to be in the movie or make the movie, or I was a part of it in some way. I don't give a shit. That's why talking shit is a great art form, because you don't even need to know anything to talk shit. You could just talk shit.
Yes, that's the whole point. It's not about actual progression. It's about, can I make people laugh in this moment right now about whatever we're talking about. That's all it's about.
It's almost like trying to out-ignorant the other person. Like, how ignorant can I be right now? Like,
wait, ignorant off? Like, let's do it. Let's
like,
get
let's. That's what I feel like.
Talk
sometimes.
Shit.
You just get ignorant as fuck. Getting ignorant. You get so fucking ignorant, and you're sitting there, and you're just like, and you start pissing people off who are not participating.
Why aren't you paying attention to me?
I just don't understand why you wouldn't participate in the shit talking.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like, on like certain situations, like I love it. Like, during movies, like I was watching the new Charlize Theron movie. Whatchamacallit? The Old Guard or something. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's like on Netflix.
I'm
like,
aware of it.
I
think I saw the thumbnail. I hadn't seen it yet.
I always end up being very positive when I watch movies. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, I'll find the good stuff of it, but there's a lot of terrible things in it. And when I hear other people talk about, like, this is good, this is good, this is good, yeah, I don't find it good. I'm sorry. I think it sucks. The action's cool, but it's boring and bland. Like, it's
and
like,
you are entitled to that opinion.
Are you saying you have your own opinion that you came
I
up
haven't.
with by yourself?
Oh my god, epiphany! This is what shit talk is.
That's ridiculous. You need to be at least thinking about what your opinion needs to reflect what another group of people think. You can't
Well, the thing
just
is-
come up with your own.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. They used to burn people for that kind of shit.
They still do.
They used to make people stand in the middle of the town and then throw rocks at them until they died, and they called it stoning.
Yeah.
Now we get stoned, but it's
Yeah.
different.
Like, why would they, like, you know, like those olden times, they throw, like, cabbage? Why waste a cabbage? That's food. Why waste your
Right?
food?
Why do you
Yeah.
think
Honestly, cabbage.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of cabbage, to be honest.
You don't like
with
cabbage?
I'd rather eat a leather shoe.
Like, as much as, like, your older Europeans were throwing their shit on the street that got into the water system, they could have been using that to throw at all these people.
Bro, I think,
Instead of
Get
food.
sick.
yo, they really could. Yo, I think FDR created, like, the fucking sanitation in New York. Yo, can you imagine what it smelled like before that in this city?
Like, before, like, filtration and, like, just...
Yeah, before, like, they said,
God.
oh, let's put all the garbage in Staten Island and leave it there. You could drive around in Manhattan, but if you go to Staten Island, it's like, oof, smells weird. Yeah, because that's where we put all our shit. Literally. Staten Island is like the bathroom. God, I feel like I'm talking shit about Staten Island.
You are,
After-
but it's okay.
What
What does Staten Island do to you? Huh?
Yeah, one of my favorite things, I was watching Black as Fuck, and Kenya Barris was like, he didn't like this movie or this episode.
Oh,
And then he was on the panel, on the Q&A shit at the end, and he was like, the guy explained the movie, and then Kenya Barris was like, yo, at what point do you feel like any of that happened? And then he was like, I'm sorry, but... And then the dude was like, yo, don't insult me and then apologize. Oh, my God. You ever accidentally insult somebody? You ever accidentally insult
All
somebody
the
in their
time.
house, in like their house, in front of their parents? Or insult their parents by accident? Or their country they're from?
I have a story about that. It wasn't necessarily an
shit.
insult, but it pissed my friend off. Basically, I used to do yoga a lot back when I lived on Long Island. Like, I was doing yoga like 3 or 4 times a week for like a good few years. All my close
You
friends...
seem really chill, like you do yoga.
Thank you. I don't as much anymore. I still do some of the stretches. But the chillness mostly comes from the weed. But basically, all my friends knew I did yoga, and they would like kind of fuck with me a little bit about it. But I'd be like, yo, it's fucking dope. You gotta come try it. And one day I was hanging out at my like best friend's house. His name was Doug. And we're sitting in his basement chilling, and we're talking. I'm like talking about yoga, and I'm just like, yo, dude, you gotta come through, man. It's gonna be a great... Like, the session's going to make you super relaxed. It's going to make you, you know, feel good about yourself and all these things. And he's just like, Darryl, I'm not going to do fucking yoga with you, dude. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. And then from upstairs, I hear his mom yell down into the basement, Douglas, why don't you go with yoga with Darryl and meet some nice girls? And he just looks at me
Some
with
nice
the
girls.
angriest look possible. Like, you piece of shit, why are we bringing this up? I'm just
You were talking too loud, and she was eavesdropping. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why was she listening?
Because she wanted him to meet some nice girls, man.
She was being supportive. She's like, she wanted him to get the fuck out of the house. That's what it was.
Probably that too. Yeah.
You're
shit.
26. Move out of the house.
It's so funny,
But you
like, when you
won't.
think about, like, a group of dudes, like, when you all got your boys. We all got our boys. And the second one of your boys tells you he's doing something positive, first thing you do is make fun of him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. You got to.
First thing you do. I've been doing yoga, it's really good for my, my joints, and I feel pretty. You fucking homo. Like, that's what it is. Right there, yeah.
Hey, yo, this motherfucker's doing yoga.
Yeah, and that's it. And
Oh,
it's
you just-
open season.
What are you guys like? You one of those warrior pose dudes? I'm sorry.
And then
I'm
like
not good
5
at
years
shit
goes
talk.
by and everybody goes, yo, man, I've been doing yoga. And it's like, it's actually,
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, guys.
like 5 years have to pass before everybody is cool with it.
That's the minimum. That's like, all right, that's when the clearance, like, time to talk about it.
Yeah, because it's like,
5
yo,
years.
I've been talking shit so much that I can't like tell people that like I can't like act like I like this shit. That's how dumb we are as men.
Yeah.
I talked so much shit about it that I can't even fuck with it now, even if I'm curious about it.
Even
You
though
want to
you
know
like
what
it.
made my friends stop talking shit about me for doing yoga? When they would see the women that I would bring around to all the parties. They're like, oh, shit.
Oh yeah,
You talking to these type of women from yoga? I'm like, well,
That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
mean,
going to yoga
like,
too.
They're just my good friends. Like, it's not even like that. We just enjoy yoga so much that we've drawn a connection.
I mean, we're not that far off from cave people, you know. A bunch
Yeah.
of dudes would be like fucking knocking each other over the head with clubs, right? We'd be clubbing each other in a circle, like,
oh.
oh. And then one dude shows up with a woman, and everybody's like, huh? And you know what I mean? Like they'd never seen a woman before.
Gunga, where'd you meet
That's
that
what-
girl? I was stretching outside, and I saw her.
Like, whoa, how did you do that? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I just talked to her like she's a fucking human.
Yeah.
That's such
You
a
can
weird
also
concept
do
for
this.
so many guys to do, like,
That's such a
I just
weird concept.
talk
Like,
to
yo,
her
she's.
a person.
Yeah.
That's a weird concept for girls too, because
You're right.
if you're in a relationship, right? Some girls will feel weird if you have. Yo, this is how fucked up this shit is. If you're in a relationship, a girl could feel weird that you have a female friend that's totally platonic, only because she's hot.
You can't do that back to her, though, can you?
No, and I wouldn't. I'd be like, yeah, this guy's so fucking handsome. You know, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's childish. That shit
Yeah.
is childish. Not everybody does. I'm not saying everybody does that. Let me go on the record. I'm just saying. This might be the wine talking. But seriously though, it's yeah. So you know, you bring a girl around and all your boys are like, well, maybe I should start doing yoga. You know, maybe I should start taking ice skating classes or something like that. And what's another thing that you would make fun of your friend for doing? Oh, I'm a vegan now. Like, what? Anyway, you guys want to go to fucking Ruth's Chris? You fucking asshole. Why don't you go eat some grass? You piece of shit.
Yeah, I actually tried doing it. I'm kind of on and off with it. I'm like a faux vegan.
Is your shit better when you eat vegan food versus
Dude,
when you eat
like,
normal?
it's been pretty solid, I have to admit. It's a lot of vibes.
I will say you need to not just, if you're trying to go vegan or vegetarian, you can't just do that. You have to also add in supplements like Irish sea moss or soursop leaf, like those type of things. And that helps your poop so much. I don't spend
Yeah, 'cause you wanna
more than
take
2 minutes on the toilet if I gotta poop. My poop just falls out
Yeah.
because I take these supplements.
You take psyllium husk?
I've never heard of that.
That's just some fiber shit that makes you, like, if you got anal fissures, makes your poop come out nice and smooth. Smooth jazz.
For me. You saying anal fissures? That sounds like
Anal
CD10.
shit.
That's like imagine having veins in your poop canal, aka your rectum. So you jam your thumb in his rectum there. So you got these scars and they light up sometimes. And they shoot these electric pains all up and down your spine. I'm making this shit up. That's
Oh,
not real.
I'm gonna say this is where you're
I
learning
gotta
your
keep going.
personal fitness.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, no, anal fissures are real, but that's not how it works.
Like
Unfortunately.
anal fissures sounds like a sound wave machine. It's like I'm gonna set it to anal fissures.
What if you could have a superpower, but every time you actually were able to use it, you had like crazy shooting electrical ass pain?
That sounds like awful ability. Just like wait, you emit ass pain on people, or do you have ass pain? Because that's
you
something
have,
else
like,
entirely.
you
I'd
have,
say
like,
see a
the
doctor.
most excruciating ass pain. Like somebody's like, and you're looking at a criminal, like, don't make me have to do this, but you really mean it,
Yeah,
and you know you would kill. You know you would kill him with an energy blast straight out of your hands, like fucking like fucking Ryu, like a Hadouken.
give him out
You could
Doken.
do a Hadouken, but every time you do a Hadouken, you feel like your asshole is gonna explode.
I like where this is going.
I always thought like you'd make the Eddie Griffin face from like the new guy, like the crazy eyes.
Oh.
Like, you make them shit. Yeah, they're like Daryl's doing right now in this visual bit. Right,
That was very good.
on his
That was
Skype.
very good. Damn, man, what happened to Eddie Griffin, bro?
I know, right?
I think he's just chilling.
Yeah.
He probably is chilling.
Yeah.
He probably is chilling because he was around for a long time. I used to watch Malcolm and Eddie back in the day with Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Oh shit, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I feel like Malcolm. I
God,
feel like
don't-
Eddie Griffin was the fucking original Mike Epps. I could be just talking
Hell
shit,
yeah.
and that's what I'm
You
talking
know what? Fuck
about.
it. Let's go with it. Let's roll with that. Yeah.
Roll it?
Mike Epps
Yeah.
stole Eddie Griffith's whole flow.
Yeah,
what
with the eyes and shit.
I'm sure
Because everybody talks about Tyra Banks, like, oh, she taught me how to smile. It's like, no, bro. Have you ever seen Eddie Griffin? Look at his eyes, bro. They're fucking huge. They're wide the fuck open.
the nostrils flaring, those eyes, and that's.
Well,
That's
bro.
I learned this look from any time I ever got a B or a lower, and my dad would see it. Like, if my dad found out that I got a B or lower, I would always get this look when I came home. What the fuck you doing getting a B minus in math for, huh? Huh? I was like, I was absent from school for a couple of days. I'm sorry, Dad. I don't make it up. But
See, I'm such an asshole. I'd be like, well, fuck, at least it's not a C. Then I would have pulled out a cigarette, started smoking it, kicked my mom in the shin, sat on the couch, changed the channel. Fuck General Hospital, bitch. Nah, I'm just playing. I wouldn't have done that.
Bust out some smoking in the boys' room.
see, that all sounds nice when your dad's not way bigger than you.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you were scared of your parents? You remember that shit?
still
I will
am.
fuck my father up right now.
My dad's 67 years old and still
I'm
jacked.
joking,
It
Dad.
makes no sense. I am 100
I get
pounds
it.
lighter than him. I can't do anything.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. You got good genes, bro. Maybe your muscles will kick in at one point. You get superpowers.
Yeah, you might.
And
You might.
hopefully your asshole doesn't
You
hurt.
might be like a Captain America. Like it's gonna burst at some point. You're gonna get.
Okay.
You're gonna just explode.
Oh, it's going to burst, though, right?
Oh yeah.
It always bursts. And then you got to go down to CVS in the morning and get yourself a Plan B pill. And you're standing there and you're like, fuck, $50 again? No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Sorry. I guess that's what happens. But yeah, no. Yeah. God, have we not all been there?
Yeah, like
So- Yeah, so I really just love just that we were doing this move and we're moving couches. It's the summer. There's narrow stairways.
It was hot.
There's fucking like big furniture. It's hot. It's a sweaty, hot move day. Margaritas show up. We're sitting on the stoop. Stoop kid's afraid to leave a stoop. And we're sitting out there and we're having some fucking drinks. And we're like, yo, honestly, I got 2 drinks in. I say, yo, fuck this move. And that's what happens. The second you start doing that thing, and I was talking to Greg, I say, yo, now that I'm drinking, this is what I'm doing until I go to sleep.
oh yeah, it's.
So we were chilling.
Oh no, it's like. Sorry, I don't know if you mind me saying this, but like you,
No, go ahead.
you have a level. You have a certain level of drinking, Corey. You like there's a certain amount of drinks you turn into. Once you say "I don't give a fuck" is maximum Corey. Like there is no going back. There is no turning back. You are not. You're like shit talk. I'm this man right now.
Corey,
I
can see
don't
this
give a
version of you.
fuck. I'm not doing this shit. I'm drinking.
I want to party.
I'm
this
having
version of me is
fun.
trouble. That version of me is trouble.
I
That
know.
version
I still
of me-
have fun with it. It's like I just sit back and like watch the show. I get my popcorn.
It's a
out.
fun time. I
Yeah.
will say, it's always a fun time, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things you can't do all the time because it looks, and I'm doing air quotes when I say this, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, it looks irresponsible if I did that shit regularly.
Yeah.
I'm starting to, I'm over 30. I'm not like in my I'm not like 22 anymore where it's like, I could do that shit night after night after night. And then it's like, oh, no, he's just 22. Now it's like, yo, this guy's like in his 30s and he's married and he's still doing that. Like, it just looks weird.
Yeah.
But every now and then he'll come out and he won't give a fuck. And he'll turn into motherfucking Curious George. Yo, I was down in Atlanta one time. I was down in Atlanta one time and I started out normal. I'm about to tell you a story about the time I had a breakdown. All right. So I had an emotional breakdown. So I started out normal, right?
Okay.
And I was hanging out with our friend. I was hanging out with Turtle. You know Turtle, Frank, Darryl.
I'm not sure. I might.
You
know
may
his
have met him,
face.
maybe not. Yeah.
You might have shown
So
up
we
a
were-
few times at Pioneers.
Yeah, so I was hanging out with him, and the night before, it was his birthday. The night before, we had hung out, had some drinks, had a good time, just out downtown Atlanta. Having a good time, walking around. Weather was nice. Next day, we go to this rooftop bar. They got food. It's chill, low key, and we're sitting there, and I'm having a good time. And there were some other people were there that they knew that were friends with them. Anyway, long story short, I was like, I'm not really drinking today. Next thing you know, I had a beer. I had a couple more beers. And I was like, I'm not really drinking today. And all of a sudden I was like, yo, I'm fucking Curious George. And I started calling myself Curious George. And I started singing a song about myself being Curious George that I made up on the spot. And by the time we got back to the apartment, which was literally like a fucking 5-minute walk from where we were sitting, I fucking sat on the couch and had a fucking crying breakdown about how maybe I really am Curious George.
Are you serious?
Oh no!
Yeah, it was terrible, man.
Visually
It was
caught.
terrible.
It's like,
It's terrible.
when's the man with the yellow hat gonna come? Is he gonna
Well,
come?
Corey, I don't think you're Curious George.
No.
This
You know,
the
I've
only
always-
But
advice
you
I
are
can give.
curious.
Hey, listen, if I could tell you anything, man, it's that you're not a fucking cartoon monkey without a tail. I think he started out as a monkey and then they chopped his tail off. Early pictures of Curious George, I'm pretty sure he has a tail.
Wait, like Goku?
You think they?
That's exactly
Oh, that
right.
is he a Saiyan?
Yo,
Yo!
Curious George is
Oh,
a
shit!
Saiyan.
Yo, Curious George
Wow.
is Vegeta. We figured it out.
Conspiracy.
There's a reason that we had this conversation. Also, damn, man, they killed Nappa pretty quick, huh?
Yo, why they gotta off Nappa that quick though? Like, Nappa was just a dude doing his job. He thought he was helping Saiyan
They had-
race, and he just gets capped. Vegeta just caps his ass for no reason other than he.
They had to kill him off.
Yo,
They had to kill him off because he didn't have hair to turn yellow when he turned to Super Saiyan. Also, they had to kill him off because he actually got another gig. So the actor that played Nappa went on to play Steve Wilkos on the Jerry Springer show.
What? For real?
no, that's so.
That sounded so believable. Damn it.
Welcome to the Truth Serum. Is it truth? Is it lies? We don't know. It's Corey.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Could be.
Actually,
Yeah,
the entire reason Nappa was killed in Dragon Ball Z was so that he could play another character on Jerry Springer's show. But they ain't gonna tell you that in the history books, huh?
They leave that out
All
conveniently.
those eyes. I love it.
I wish you guys could see. I wish you guys could see his
Yeah,
eyes.
he's just that character. Yo, dude, do you think everyone just like? Why does everyone shit on fucking Yamcha? Like, I feel like everyone just gathers around when he's not around. It's like, well, this fucking guy.
Because he doesn't fucking do anything.
He does stuff. Sorry, I'm a big Yamcha fan. I think he's capable.
What, dresses like Goku and has a stupid haircut?
Oh, because he
does.
comes from another planet.
He does
I'm
do stuff, but
turning
like he's
things-
like the resident cuck of all of Dragon Ball Z, which sucks for him.
Yeah.
It's like you have to watch this incredibly powerful dude that's like 100 million times more powerful than you fuck your ex-girlfriend on a regular basis and have kids with her. And there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do about it. And you know that.
Oh my god.
Man,
Yeah, he's like the Ross Geller of Dragon Ball Z.
Wait. Okay, I like this. Who's Joey?
Who's Joey? Oh, let me think.
I would think he's Krillin. Or no, not Krillin. He's
Krillin's
fucking,
not that handsome.
He's I would say either what's his name in the American version? I know he's Satan in the Japanese version.
Oh, Mr.
Oh,
Satan?
Hercule.
Hercule?
Yeah, Hercule. I feel like he's
You
Joey.
think so?
He's just so oblivious to all the things actually going on around him.
Oh, he's so
I could see
great.
that, but I also would argue that I feel like Goku could be Joey because
True.
Goku's kind of a fucking idiot too. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like he's powerful and shit, but he's like kind of a goofy dude.
Yeah.
He's a total goof.
He's got a
You
big
know?
appetite.
Yeah, he shows up when it's time to show up, and like he's like, all right, fine, I'll save the planet again. Like, he's one of those people that just like has a lot of responsibility, and it could have been somebody else, but it's him.
I wish they redubbed it with Matt LeBlanc. That'd be so fantastic. He's like,
That'd be
goes
really
up
cool.
to Cell and he's like, "How you doing?"
Have you seen Matt LeBlanc recently? He looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's old, but like, yeah, he looks good. He still looks like Matt LeBlanc.
He's still.
Not see what he looks like.
That's all you can hope for, though, right? Like as you get older,
Yeah,
people to
yeah.
say about you when you're not in the room, "Wow, he looks great," or like, "Holy shit, what the fuck happened to him?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's what people do. We all do it.
yeah. We all talk about everyone behind their backs a little bit. And like, yeah, that's all right. You look great,
Jesus.
man. And then the side's like, yeah, that guy's not
I'm
holding
texting
up.
my
No, I don't tell
mom
people they
about
look great if
that
they don't look
guys
great.
right now. Like literally. Right now.
Nah, but I don't tell people that they look great if I don't think they look great. I just don't say anything at all.
Yeah, well, you're honest.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean. Like if they asked me, I'd be like, don't put me in this position.
It's very like I feel like I've been in a lot of those positions where it's like very Larry David moments where like obviously this person is not looking good, but I feel that feeling like, all right, let me just a little bit of a twist of a pump up lie, It's like, oh,
Well, it's a weird social thing too, right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody gives you a compliment, then you feel like you got to give them one, which you
Yeah.
don't.
It's
like
so
somebody goes, "Yo,
awkward.
dope kicks, man." Oh, I like yours too. Even if you don't have to do it,
yeah,
but you do it.
All
know?
the social media age, man. Everyone's
weird.
like, every time I do something, I need to know that you like what I'm doing. It's like, what? I can't just find out about it normal ways and then tell you. I have to
yeah.
be watching everything that you do on your profile and then comment about it immediately.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I don't know. I saw a cool quote actually like half an hour before we got on this, and I was like, it said, people nowadays, I'm going to ask you guys how you feel about this. I'm not saying that's necessarily true or not, but it said people nowadays value attention more than loyalty. What do you guys think of that?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
People are so bad. Like, I feel like the regular average person is so bad now at recognizing who a real person is and who actually has your back just because they don't necessarily do it on social media. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm a similar way. It's like I'm not going to comment, and on everything that you post. But if you really need my help and I fuck with you, I'm there for you when you need me in the real world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It just
Like,
takes
if you need me to help you move, I'll show up.
Yeah, just like it takes that communication. I feel like people like tend to, just beat around the bush and be like, I'm in pain. Why aren't you consoling me? It's like, well, why don't you just say like, I need help. I want to talk. And it's like, yeah, I'm here to help. Just be honest.
No one wants to be honest.
Yeah, it's easier to lie. Consequence.
Well,
Honesty doesn't get the likes.
Well, honesty is bravery to me. I feel like it's easier to just like, what's funny? I've been obsessed with this shit and I've been talking about it. So we watched Hamilton and we got really into it. I mean, I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is great, and that's it. But we watched it, and his character, Hamilton, is a dude who fucking Alexander Hamilton. He's just like he fights for what he believes in. Those are the characters that I always gravitate to.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his foil, almost, I guess you could say, Aaron Burr, played by Leslie Odom Jr. Fucking, this guy is incredible.
Sorry, I'm trying to get light on my
He's
face.
from Queens. He's from Queens. He's dope. And his character is like, yo, talk less, smile more. It's like, yo, but like, yo, don't you believe in anything? Because I feel like if you believe in something, you should, like, let it be known. Instead of, like, hiding and looking at what everybody else is going to do, which is going to inform your decision. Like, I would rather have a bunch of people be mad at me knowing that I kept it real.
It's like It's like the
Like,
thing.
fuck it, be mad at me then. I'm not going to change my mind.
It's like some
Exactly.
people people do respect honesty and that you are who you are. Like this is what I represent. You know, like I stand by your guns. I respect that. But depending on what you're talking about as well, you know.
Well,
Like of course, it's listening. It takes listening. But like, yeah,
Yes.
I always respected you, Corey's personally, because like, my friend, I got to know you, and I know where you're coming from. And a lot of what you say is very honest and straight up, and like, and it follows kind of similar. We follow like very similar morality, and I'm like, all right, I'm with you.
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, baby. We won't have the truth serum.
I ran into a situation over the weekend where I was at a very close friend of mine's. Like, he was having like a little mini barbecue, but it was mostly like a lot of his friends, his like personal friends or friends he's known from like California or whatever. And like as soon as I like got there and sat down and started like conversing with people, I immediately knew like, oh, these people can't handle the full blunt version of myself. Like I could literally see on their faces how sheltered their lives are and how they couldn't handle like any rawness of a person. And I'm like, I feel like I need to neuter myself right now in order to be here. And it's like they're
You read the room.
I did, yeah. And it's not like they're bad people. Like they're nice, good people, and they're not like dumb people, but they're like simple, nice peoples. And like I can tell you haven't dealt with any real adversity in your life. I could see it all over you. So,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like I can't really talk as myself to you right now because I don't think you'd be able to handle it.
Yeah, like, do you ever like gone into like a room like for the first time, like in your situations, like do you go to the first person, you're like, all right, I think I could connect with this person, like they, like I have like weird anxiety, like where I'm socially awkward, and like, you know, like I'm nice, I know how to play the room. But like the second I hear someone talking about video games, I'm like, I'm over here for the rest of the night at this party. I'm chilling with this motherfucker. Yeah, man, Legend of Zelda shots. Let's do it. It's like going to see Darryl like at the bar. I'm like, this guy's cool. You talk, you're chill, and you're like, all right. And like also you love to fuck around and be funny, and like, you know, you're like we have these like similar sensibilities of like being jokers and comedians, and be like, yeah, we're gonna fuck around and talk shit, and like, yeah, it's fun. It's all in fun games. And then you meet some people who are like, I don't know, a little standoffish. Like, I don't know if I feel comfortable around this situation. Them fucking around talking about like nerds and poops, and I don't know. Let's go with that.
I think it's another thing too, where having like,
in that other direction.
I think having virtual relationships with people has also, hindered people from being able to have, talk to people in real life.
Yeah, genuine connections.
Like I think it's kind of like changed the game in that way, and I know that feeling of like getting around people and trying to, feel the temperature of the room. Like, I gotta watch how much I drink, because after a while, like, or I gotta just kind of like be on point. Like I can't say this or act this fucking wild in front of these people, or like say the fucking most inappropriate, dirty thing I want to say, even though I want to so bad. Sometimes I just do it anyway.
And I didn't
but,
quite do that. I definitely pissed some people off at that party because I got a little too raw for them. But
Well,
it's
fuck
like, I
it. There's
couldn't
less people
help
that are
it.
gonna invite you to their birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't help it.
Is that
I
where
can't help that who I am? Just like I haven't talked to my friend yet, but next time I see him, I'll just be like, hey, listen, man, like, I love you and all that, but I don't think all of your friends have the palate to handle me at 100%. Especially like, because I was like drinking that night too, so it's like I'm getting drunk, and like I was holding back the shit talking for a while, and then after a certain point, I'm just like, talking shit, let's go. And I
Talking
definitely-
shit, baby.
And I
Yeah,
definitely
baby.
made someone angry throughout the process.
Snyder
That'll
cut.
happen.
What?
Why don't you guys?
It's terrible.
Why don't you guys lighten up a little bit?
Yeah, come on, positivity.
Like,
sometimes it's cool though.
you know, I can say the N word, right? Don't be all offended and awkward.
Yeah, like I say it all the time. You ever just are at a party and you're just like, yo, fuck this party. I'm about to just fucking go crazy anyway because I don't give a fuck about this party.
Going back to what Ryan said before, it's like I do the same thing at parties where it's like either I look for the people talking about nerdy shit, well, especially like if I go to like hoity-toity type like parties or gatherings and shit like that where I'm just like I feel out of place. Like I'll look for the person who has like that same like I don't want to be here look on their face, or some people talking about nerdy shit. And those are the people I'm going to go talk to and make really good friends with them.
It's like an 80s movie. It's like, you know, hey, man, what's going on? All right, let's do a jailbreak right here. All right, let's get to know each other. Let's make it work. All right, fuck this place.
Then you're in the bathroom rolling dice.
Well,
You're in the bathroom rolling.
it just
rolling.
I don't know. I had that image of like all of a sudden you talk to this one person, snap, quick cut of in the bathroom, like everyone playing CeeLo. It's just like
I'm gonna paint you a picture. There's a guy in the bathroom running a CeeLo game.
Yeah, it's like,
and then there's a guy walking around the party recruiting people for the CeeLo game.
That's a great sketch idea right there. It's like there's this hoity-toity rich person party. There's like one black dude there who was invited to, you know, for whatever reasons. He doesn't feel like he belongs at this party, but then he hears about there's a CeeLo game amongst all the like servers and workers in the bathroom. He's like, yo, let me get in on that. Fuck this party.
Yeah, man.
Well, you find the whitest server you could find, and you get him to walk around, and he's like scouting people. So he waits for you to do like one really stereotypically black thing, and then he comes up and goes, "Hey man, meet me in the bathroom in 5 minutes." And then he's like, "Hey man, I'm not gay." He's like, "No, just meet me in the bathroom in 5 minutes."
That's when I hang with the bathroom in 5 minutes. Just talk to me.
Just come hang out with me in the bathroom in 5 minutes.
Come on, man. Just smell my beefs. Just smell the.
And then he brings you to the bathroom, and you're like, "Why'd you say it like that?"
No, I just want. I feel like you need to get out of the party. I just want to. It seemed like the right thing to say.
You can say it different to everybody. Say it different to everybody. Hey man, you want to go on a ride?
He's just like, hey, listen, I have black friends, and I can see the discomfort that you had in your face at this party.
Or he goes, hey man, you like to party? And the dude gets hyped because he thinks he's gonna get some coke. And then he goes in the bathroom, and there's just a bunch of people. He's disappointed. He's
what
like,
the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Guy going through a divorce because he lost his house over gambling. Then they bring him in there, and he brings him to a CeeLo game. That's grounds for jumping off the fucking roof of that building.
I know. You're just like making this person go to the deep end and like never want to come back. Like, there's no redemption arc for this fucker. But guys, like, have you like we're all buds here. Like, is there anything you do to your friends say like I'm gonna fuck with these people? Like I'm gonna fuck with you guys. Like any of your close buds are like I know how to like mess with Corey. I know how to mess with Frank. Sometimes you ever had those moments like I know I could do this. It might not be right, but I know it's hilarious. Like it's like you're not shitting on them entirely. You're like, well, I know it's gonna be funny. They're gonna enjoy it.
I mean, I definitely do that. But when it's your close friends, you know those lines. You know what I mean?
I'm saying like I'm not saying like, oh hey, I'm gonna cross the line of like I'm gonna offend him entirely. But like I know how to fuck with this person right now, sort of thing.
Yes. I mean, I personally do that to even not my close friends. That's just who I am as a person. I like to fuck with people. I can't help it. I don't know where it comes from, but it's just part of who I am.
I mean, one time when I was in college, I went to my friend Julian's house, and he had this
boxing Julian?
He had this expensive cologne collection. So I went to his house, and I was like doing videos and pictures of myself spraying his cologne all over myself and sending them to him.
How mad was he? Like, you know, it's like, or he's like, all right, Corey, you're gonna do that thing again? You're gonna spray your shit on? Like, or was it Calvin Klein again? You're gonna do the Calvin Klein?
No, he had like this fucking like Dunhill shit. I don't know, man. People getting the cologne, it runs out. Then what? You got to go smell like something else. People won't recognize you anymore.
I don't wear cologne, so I wouldn't know.
I don't wear cologne either.
I just take showers. I thought that like took care of the problem.
Yeah, I don't wear cologne either. Like, you ever hear like, you know, where people spray cologne and it's like, all right, that's like pheromones. It's going to attract the opposite sex or
No, but I got a funny
partner.
story for you about pheromones. But before I say that, have you ever seen somebody rip the page out of a magazine with the cologne on it and rub it all over their body?
Once.
I may have done that when I was younger.
I've done that shit before.
Like when I
I've
was
done
a
that
teenager. My dad
Wait,
was
not
a
myself,
subscriber
I've
to
done it.
GQ, so like it was like a girl at school that I wanted to talk to. I'd be like, I'm gonna take this magazine.
Yo, I
can't afford
guarantee
this.
that shit came from when girls used to, well, girls and guys used to write letters back and forth to each other. Like the girl would like put on lipstick just to kiss the paper, and the guy would like, or the girl would like spray it with perfume. Then they did it. Oh, remember when people used to do that? Why don't we like have our perfume so the magazine smelled really good?
Man, like, that's just weird to do that, but I find it hilarious. It's like, well, I don't smell good, but like, does that ever? Like, I know, like, you don't want to be the smelly kid, or you don't want to reek or smell like sweat. I totally get that.
Well, I know a story. There's a guy I used to work with. They told me about a friend of his
About pheromones?
asking for a friend. He told me about a friend of his who, before they would go out, I feel like I've told this story before. Before they
I've
would
never
go
heard
out, he would, you know, he would get himself to achieve an erection, and then he would produce sperm through self-pleasure, and then he would take it and rub it all over his chest because he thought that women could smell the pheromones on him, and it would attract women to him if he was walking around with sour cream in his taco meat.
So your
What?
man's skeeted on his own chest because he thought it would attract women.
Yes.
So he skeets on his chest. And what? I'm like,
No. He would skeet on his hand and then rub it on his chest.
So, what's
That's
the
not
logic
the point
in this?
of
Where
our
does he?
confusion here, Corey.
I have so many questions.
Remember Cousin Skeeter? Was nobody going to say, hey, everybody's
Yes,
a
I
real
do.
person and he's a puppet?
I thought you were referring to Skeeter from Doug, but like, you know,
Megan Good? Megan Good.
Megan
Yes,
Good. Oh,
my
Megan
cousin
Good.
Skeeter with Bill Bellamy, I remember.
Yes, he was the father, right?
No, he played the cousin Skeeter. He was the voice of cousin Skeeter, Bill Bellamy.
Oh my God, yes. The father was that bald dude who looks kind of like the Thing from the Fantastic Four.
Oh,
God.
that is so accurate.
Isn't that fucked up? Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so he would skeet on his chest and go out like that.
What, like, does he do other weird shit like that? Like,
I don't know the guy.
oh, you don't know the guy. I thought you said this was a friend. I'm like, what logic and what science or I don't know what Maxim magazine he had to read to find that shit.
I don't know, man. It's like at least he's doing it with his own cum.
That's
right?
just
imagine you ask
that's
another
just
person like, "Hey
fucking
man, can I
weird.
borrow some of your cum?" Whoa, bro! Like I thought we were just friends.
That's a heavy
It's
question.
not what you think.
Is that what you think, man?
I wouldn't give him my cum.
No, man. You have to pay for it. That's gonna
You
cost
have
money.
to pay.
I'm
You
down
always
for
have to-
that. If a friend asks me for some jizz, like if he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to have a kid, but I'm shooting blanks. Hey, you look like you have good genetics." I'd be like, "Well, how much?"
I charge you $10 a cell.
That's a lot of money. It's a lot. Of
That's a lot of money. That's like 10 cents. That's like a collect call.
money.
Do people still do collect calls? Is that
Yo, I
still
think
a
they
thing?
do,
I thought it was only dudes from in jail that did that anymore.
bro. Check cashing places still exist, so people definitely still make collect calls.
That
That makes sense.
like it's like back there with like AOL. Is AOL still a thing? Can people still instant message from there? Like I'm
You probably could. Facebook is still a thing. You could still go on Facebook. No, I mean, sorry, MySpace.
MySpace? Are you serious? Is
Yeah,
Corey
I'm pretty sure you can go
is
on
Corey
MySpace.
Legend still there?
He might be.
So
Couldn't grow any facial hair.
Daryl, Corey Legend is his original MySpace page. Was his tag name.
Oh shit!
You got to believe in yourself,
Yeah, man.
Now you're right.
right? So
You
if
gotta
I
pump yourself up.
called
on
myself a
social media.
legend. Yeah, I think it's weird. I think that people have this weird attitude of like disliking people who speak highly of themselves and loving people who have such negative self-talk. It's weird. Like, you love this person when they're so self-fucking deprecating, but you can't like somebody because they think they're great. People loved Muhammad Ali, and he thought he
Yeah.
was the shit.
This is true.
We can't just still like people who fucking like themselves.
You
I
should
love
like
people
yourself.
who love themselves.
I-
I love
yeah.
that shit.
I guess it depends on what you're doing with that self-love. Like, are you using
Well,
that
yeah,
self-love to
obviously.
say how much you're, or to prove how much better that you are than other people, or are you using it to make a platform to send a message or something like that? I think that's where.
Well, you know, I could agree with that, but also, I mean, think about like in entertainment, right? Think about like in wrestling. Think about how the wrestlers, like The Rock, didn't go out there going, "Man, I'm gonna go down to the ring and get my ass kicked tonight." No, he went out there talking shit because he felt like he was gonna win. Think about it with like rappers, especially in like the '90s and 2000s, and talking about how dope they were. Like, yo, I'm so good because of this.
Like,
It wasn't like Molly Percocet.
yeah, like
Molly
Percocet.
It was like, no, I'm gonna tell you how fucking and I'll flame you, motherfucker, type of shit.
Yeah, my
You know?
intention when I said that wasn't like, oh, hey, Corey Legend's dumb. Like, I thought that was fucking rad because I
No,
know
no, no,
because
no,
you're
no,
fucking
no,
rad.
but I think
that's
it's funny.
totally what I thought you said.
Oh shit, man! Fuck, that's like It's like me speaking vomit from my mouth.
Hey man,
Damn.
you're making fun of me now.
Fool. I'm sorry, bro. It's
I am
deep inside me.
about him.
Remember in Greece when all the girls were having a sleepover and fucking the second Sandy went to the bathroom, they all started talking shit about her.
Hey, Sandy, what you think?
They were like, and then she comes out and goes, "You making fun of me?" That happened to me one time. One time I was talking shit about somebody in a text message, and I sent it directly to them by accident. Ooh. And it wasn't even like a major thing. It was a friend of mine too. I was talking shit about him, and I was like, because I got annoyed at something that they did.
Yeah,
I felt bad, I was man enough to approach him and apologize.
yeah.
But that feeling is fucking getting caught talking shit.
Oh yeah.
That shit is like fucking like, oh god, now I gotta own up to this like an adult. I was hoping I could just get away with this shit scot free, like the fucking cops who killed Breonna Taylor. Arrest those motherfuckers.
Arrest them,
Yeah, they still free.
Anyway, so
One's been fired.
yeah, they're
mother.
probably chilling, having dinner right now with their families.
Yep.
Anyway.
I'll be right back on that note. I have to use the bathroom.
There we go.
It happens.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yo, dude. Like I hate remembering this memory. Like, this reminds me like of it's not so much hating somebody, but like, it's like, do you remember that video you keep sending me where I mistaken one of our some people we met, like a friend of ours, like we were at the bar, I forgot her
Yes.
name, and
Yes.
I still feel so guilty. Like, I have this
Still
weird,
about that?
yeah, I still feel weird. Like, there's still these
That
things.
was like 3
that-
years ago.
Yeah, no, it was more than 3 years ago. I like how we always think 3 years, 3 years. It's definitely more than 3 years. We've known each other for a very long time, Corey.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
4 years now.
Yeah. Damn, has it been only 4 years?
No, it's been longer than
It's
that.
been longer, man. Like, I always forget. It's like, yeah, we always do that count. And to this day, I still feel so bad. And I'm like looking at that video. I'm like, what the fuck?
So, guys, just to give you a background, there was a video where we would do these promo videos where we would go, "Hey, everybody, there's new True Silvers coming out," and we would be at the bar at the theater that we did shows at regularly, and so we were sitting there for a while. It was like shows were all done. We're just at the bar. It's just time to get hammered now and go home. And one of our friends was sitting right by us, girl. I'm not gonna say her name, and Ryan
What's her name?
called Ryan called her another girl's name who could have been her, and he feels guilty about it still. And I don't think she even remembers it, so it doesn't matter, does it?
No, I think she has like a board somewhere in her room, like, you know, people to destroy, and I think I'm on the top of the list.
Sal Booch was there.
Oh God!
Did you like sleep with her and not call her back or something?
No, I like how you jumped in that minute. No, we were doing like you said, he was doing a promo, and like, you know, we've been in productions with like I've been in shows with her, and I was so drunk at that moment when Corey's doing this promo and she came in. I said her name, and she said what her name was in it. I'm like, oh God, you idiot, you forgot her name.
Yeah, he straight up confidently just called this friend of ours, another friend of ours, his name. Not like a close friend, though, just like a person, like an acquaintance.
Yeah, acquaintance. But also, it's like that awkward moment, like where you're like, all right, I'm talking vomit out of my mouth, and you slip and like, oh, well, I did that.
Hey, man, she shouldn't have been there. That's like getting hit by a stray bullet. Shouldn't have been there.
Yep. Don't get hit by that bullet.
Why are you hanging out with these people, Ryan? What you doing with your life, Ryan?
You know how I live. It's tough on the School of Hard Knocks.
Got anal fissures.
The anal fissures when I go to sleep, when I turn on my dream machine, hearing that noise.
Hey, man,
That's your homework. Get some anal fissures.
That's a lifestyle I would never understand. You do you, man.
Darryl, what made you want to do comedy?
Honestly, it's from me, one, selling cheese back in the day, because I was always like the best cheese salesman, because I would always make my customers laugh in order to get them to buy
What is a
things.
cheese salesman, first of all?
A Chalman?
The technical term for it is cheesemonger.
A cheesemonger is different than a fishmonger, by the way.
Yes, those are cheese and fish are two different things, apparently.
A fishmonger in Shakespeare actually means that you ran a brothel.
That's
Look it
way
up.
cooler than selling cheese.
Yeah, for real. Sorry. No offense.
No, I take all the offense. You're right. I am
Get a
not
little
that cool.
cheese on taco.
No, but yeah, sorry. So you were the best cheesemonger in the world.
Yes, I still am.
8 years running.
Sure, let's go with that. I ain't done the contest, but I know I'm better than other people at selling things. But basically, I was asked enough times by people like, "Hey, do you do comedy or anything? Have you ever done stand-up or something like that?" And I'm just like, "Nah, I never thought of myself as doing it." And then eventually, I'm just like, maybe I should do this after hearing it enough times. And then I started writing some stuff and then started trying it. And I'm like, oh, this is what I should have been doing this whole fucking time that I've been in New York. What the fuck is wrong with me? And then I made that everything that I want to work towards is being a comedian now. Because I'm like, this is what my life is supposed to be.
That's cool.
That's really cool. So you genuinely fell in love with it.
Yes, straight up. I've always loved stand-up comedy, but I just never thought I was funny enough to do it until enough people told me that they thought I was.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
You know, I
that's
don't
cool as
think
hell, man. It's hard
I
to
think
find your
that's
passion.
amazing. Sorry, Ryan.
No. Sorry, I'm talking over you too. Oh, look at this.
No, I'm agreeing with. I'm aggressively agreeing with you.
I'm
To the point where if I was standing next to
aggressively
you,
agreeing with you too.
You ever stand next to somebody and they just are agreeing with you so much that at some point they're like on your shoulders?
I know, what the fuck was with that?
Yo,
just
I
fucking
agree with
rock.
what he said. Yeah.
You're just like a couple of koalas. It's like, get these guys out of here. The fuck?
Fuck, Wallace. Get off my back.
Well, I appreciate both of your opinions because they make me feel good
Thanks.
about myself. And I need all of that right now.
Hell yeah. Spread those positivity, everybody.
Totally.
But also,
100%.
If you-
Validation is amazing.
also
It's,
if you're chilling with your boys, shit talk without them knowing.
You know, that validation's real hard to come by these days. That validation, you know.
Man,
Somebody gives you the green light.
I haven't felt validated in a long time. A real
You know,
long
they give you that
time.
validation. They go, no, don't put that condom on. Are you crazy? I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah, you good? You think
I
that's
saw
like...
Rent. Sorry.
No, what was your bit?
No, I saw Rent for the first time last week.
Oh.
And to be honest with you, I didn't know what it was about until I watched it, and I wasn't impressed.
You know what? Like back in high school, we were supposed to take a field trip into New York a long time ago, and like go watch it. And then the school I was at, was like, we can't take these kids here. The content is too controversial.
It's too educational.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you guys. We're in theater class. We want to watch this. It was gonna be awesome. So.
These kids can't learn about real shit that happens in people's lives. Let's teach them how to do algebra.
AIDS,
you know,
sexuality. We can't
That's what
just
school
show
is.
them this. You know, fuck you.
No.
Fuck
You
you.
need to know how many cells
you.
are on a plant leaf. Besides what's actually going to affect you in your real life. That's more important.
Yeah. And then when you go to your fucking job interview at Best Buy, and you got nothing to get mad about except the fact that they spelled your fucking name wrong on the name tag, and you told them that there was an apostrophe over the E at the end of the name Dante, and they still fucked it up. And everybody calls you Dainty every day until you walk in there one day and decide to stab at least 15 people. And by the time you get to the 16th person, the cops walk in there and they light you the fuck up. And it's on the news now.
Well, they might
It got real dark. Whoa.
They might get your name right after that.
It's Dante! And he's doing the real Harlem Shake. Well, he's getting lit up like fucking Tony Montana, but at least he went out like a warrior.
Yeah. The Warriors.
The end. Sorry, that was terrible.
The name was not Dainty, but Dante.
Speaking of the Harlem Shake, I just recently found out exactly where it came from, which is like the old street ball league from like the early 2000s. They had this like one dude who was like definitely a crackhead who would just come on the court during halftime and just dance. And one of the dances he did was the fucking Harlem Shake. It wasn't called that then. It was just one of the dances that he had. And I was like, yo, what is that? That's fucking dope. But because
that's actually that's interesting, and that makes me think of something that's actually this is about to get real education. This is a real teaching moment.
Oh
Chris
shit!
Griggs would say.
Let me sit down at my desk.
So, you guys are familiar with the term Jim Crow laws.
Obviously,
you know it's associated with racism. It's associated with history in this country, and so basically, Jim Crow started out as a dance that came from a guy imitating a crippled black dude because that's how he walked, and it was a dance. And I could be fucking really kind of a little bit wrong, but anyway, so it came from that, and then it became a very popular thing. So the image, that Jim Crow image, is from that dance. If you notice, that guy's like standing awkward, and it's because it came from somebody seeing a crippled guy walking and he was making fun of him. But I ended up learning that a lot of the dances that we see now, and like jazz dance and shit that became popular, so the slaves, oftentimes when they would have like breaks and shit on the plantations, they made up these dance that were originally just them making fun of their masters. And then the masters started doing blackface in those minstrel shows where they were copying the slave dances, which were dances, a lot of them were dances of the slaves making fun of them. And then I was like, whoa, I never really thought about comedy and dance being woven together that way from such a like fucking crazy historical, like this shit just blew, like it was like some Inception shit. Like I was just like, whoa,
that's crazy. That's like not crazy, but like, it's so fascinating.
That's how long black people have been doing comedy for, literally to cope with what we deal with on a regular basis. We've had to do comedy to make fun of all the fucked up things we go through. Since slavery, we were doing it. Music, like every genre of music that is popular now, maybe other than country music, comes from fucking slavery and people having to cope with their struggle in order to get by making art and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, there was really nothing else that this system was designed for, even when we became free, for us to still not succeed unless we were fucking really good entertainers, right? So that was like a thing. And it's even still, you know, and Jay-Z said it best, because he always does. He said, all us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even, thieving, long as I'm breathing. Anyway, that's what he said. And Can't Knock the Hustle. Reasonable Doubt. Came out in 1996. If you haven't heard it, then you need to fucking go listen to it.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I just want to say thank you to Darryl for coming on the show.
Hey, what up?
I want to say thank you. Thank you to Ryan for having a great haircut, man. You look handsome.
Thanks, bro.
You're a pretty motherfucker, boy.
I have a funny,
And,
a weird story about that, but I'll tell you later.
Well, Darryl, do you have any social media or anything where our listeners can find you?
Yes, I haven't been posting funny things recently. I've been posting mostly serious and controversial things. But you can find me at Darryl B Comedy. That's DARRYLB Comedy, all one word, on Instagram. And I'll get back to the funny soon. Don't worry.
You were funny here. I laughed.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're fun.
What you got for me, Ryan? What you got?
Check out Quarantine Horror Story. That's the wonderful Ellen Chaney, part of the production company Shakespeare company that me and Corey were part
The
of.
Mechanicals.
The Mechanicals.
Ruth Ellen Chaney.
New episodes every Thursday. Check it out, and please check out our Instagram. We're at Trooth Serum, Trooth_Serum. Like if you want to get in touch with us and see what's going on, what the future is. Also, we have a Patreon page. If you want to donate, please, if you like. You know, I know it's tough on times, and you know we love you, respect you. Yeah, that's all I got to pitch. What about you, Corey?
I just want to say I want to say thank you guys all for listening to this entire episode. Jesus Christ, I can't believe you made it this far. What the fuck? Do you have nothing to do? No, seriously, thank you all for listening, and we will be here every week, and we will continue to endure. Do you remember that in Batman when fucking the Joker was fucking everything up, and Alfred was just like, endure, and Batman was like, I don't want to be Batman anymore. He's acting like a little bitch. And so that's what happened. But we're just gonna keep every superhero is just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Whoa, you weren't saying that when you were fucking smashing cars and shit with your hands. You didn't give a fuck about that when you were saving the damsel in distress.
Yeah,
you know.
Piece
anyway,
of shit.
You piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're a piece of shit, and I'll prove it mathematically.
I'm gonna shit on you because I could talk about it.
No, but I've been on a real kick lately. All jokes aside, of sharing my friends on my social. Like I've been like friends that are doing things, friends that are photographers, friends that are artists, friends that are dancers, friends that are comedy people, actors, everything. I've just been like, if you do a thing, I share your shit, and we be on the lookout, guys, because we recently got a facelift. We got some, you know, in a building, get some renovations done, and you walk in and you go, oh shit, this wasn't like this before.
What is this?
So now we got a new picture, we got a new image that was inspired by Space Jam, is all I'm going to say, of me and Ryan for the Trooth Serum podcast. We own it, so if you use it, we will sue the fuck out of you.
Yeah, we're going to find you.
I don't have time to do that.
We have no skills.
But no, we got a new image, and I want to personally thank my friend Beck Martin, Bad Beck. Shout out to her. She put it together and brought the vision to life.
Hey, yo, what up, Becky?
And I don't think she would appreciate being called Becky. Sorry,
hey,
Beck.
My girl Bex. What's up?
That wasn't me. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, and you're the shit. And yo, you got friends, shout them out, show them love, pay full price for their artwork, because they do it. They work very fucking hard, and they believe in themselves. And if they take care of you, you take care of them. I firmly believe that. Also, check out Corey Has a Podcast. It is pretty much everywhere you can listen to podcasts as well. Thank you all. Thank you, Darryl. Thank you, Ryan. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Wipe from front to back, okay?
Yeah, baby. All right, guys, can we meet you guys in the corner? You know, this fucking show sucks. Stop kidding.
Dude, I've been waiting to tell you how much I hated being on this whole podcast. Like, I'm never doing this again, definitely. Like, not gonna happen.
Shall I stop it now?
I definitely
stop it now.
don't want to do it next week.
Yeah, he's great. So, should we get this thing started? First of all, before we start, I want to explain to you what a fuckboy is.
I feel like
people.
I feel like there's two definitions of it. Because my mentality of what a fuckboy was different than when I moved out to the city and talked to women and their mentality of what a fuckboy was.
Well, they were wrong. What's your? I'm kidding. What's your?
Explain.
What was your definition of it?
For me personally, based off like rap songs and TV shows and shit like that, it was like a dude in your crew or associated with your crew that you can't trust.
Yes, that's what it is. Or even like a lot of my friends, like a lot of my Jamaican friends, were like, it just means like it's like a derogatory term for like a gay dude, right? And
They have a lot of those.
Right? So, yeah, because, I mean, it's like, it's just wildly homophobic for the longest time. So, that's just how it was.
Yeah.
And then they reappropriated it to make it be, oh, this is a guy who fucked me and never called me back. He's a fuckboy. No, bitch,
like,
you
no.
just had whack pussy. No, I'm just playing.
No, you're right. That's why it happens. I've done it many times. It was like, I don't want to have sex with you again. That's why I didn't call you back. Like, nothing to do with your personality. It's just like, I don't see myself having sex with you further.